I grew up in this little town in Hornell, and I always believed in. I was raised to always believe in God, but I always trusted that God would take care of me, and He knew what I needed because we had a thing called a snow day. Applaud if you know what a snow day is. Because I'll work down south. I'll do shows down in Florida. I talk about a snow day. They think it's a day that drugs are delivered. Like I say, no. A snow day, it's a gift from God. The day that I'd wake up, look out my bedroom window, see snow piled halfway up the window, and I'd say, there's a very good chance I'll not be going to school today. My bedroom was on the second floor of the house. And I'd run downstairs and sit in front of the radio. The radio is where they announced the schools that were canceled. And they'd announce my school canceled. And this is when I started to question if my mother really loved me. Because you have to think about this. This is the worst day of the year. It's a blizzard. There's 40-mile-an-hour winds. It's sub-zero. But she insisted I go outside and play. She stuffed me in my snowsuit, sent me outside to play in my so flexible snowsuit made out of nylon. Imagine falling on an icy hill in a nylon snowsuit. Might as well be made of Teflon. Wasn't that the Bennett boy? He fast. That boy fast. He flying. Snowsuit wasn't the biggest problem. The biggest problem was a scarf. My mother knitted me a scarf. Had to be 20 feet long. And she'd stuff me in my snowsuit, wrap the scarf around my face like she's going to pull start the lawnmower. But she'd always leave a little crack by my right eye. And she'd take my glasses and put them back on the outside of my scarf. It's amazing I wasn't beat up more. Now, there were three things to do for snow. There were three things to do on a snow day for fun. Skiing wasn't one of them, by the way. I never went skiing until I was an adult. First time I went skiing was actually in Breckenridge, Colorado. And on the ski slopes of Breckenridge, Colorado, I found out the basic truth of human nature, which is that good skiers lie to new skiers. They say, I will take you skiing. They never take you skiing, they leave you skiing. They take you to the top of mountains with names like no one has made it yet. And Widow's Peak. And they leave you while they ski down the mountain. They jump over moguls, which I'm convinced are new skiers that did not make it all the way down. Now, there were three things to do on a snow day for fun. There were toboggans, sleds, and flying saucers. Now, toboggans were for large families that couldn't afford a sled for everyone. A toboggan is about a 15-foot-long strip of varnished wood upon which you can pile 3 or 4 generations of a family and allow them to hurtle together to certain death, singing the old traditional tobogganing song. If you know it, join with me tonight. Ah! Toboggans had a minor control problem. They told you if you wanted to steer it, you just have to lean. I think we all know how effective leaning is when you're trying to move 1,500 pounds of screaming, flailing flesh out of the way of a tree. We lost a lot of good Catholic families that way. Old-fashioned Catholic families in the 1960s, 15 kids in a 2-bedroom house. One bedroom referred to as the production chamber. The other little more than a storage shed. I grew up in a small family. We were Presbyterians. I remember asking Santa one year for a sled, for a flexible flyer sled. And apparently, there was a mix-up in the orders department at the North Pole. I received a flying saucer. Now, a flying saucer is a large, round aluminum. It's concave. It's a wok. It's a wok. It's a wok. Apparently Santa felt I needed my own Chinese frying pan. No, little boy's Christmas is complete without stir fry. Yes. I took it to the top of the hill. I sat down, my little kid legs crossed, my little kid arms crossed. And if you know anything where I'm flying saucers, you know you only ride them like this once. Right, what's wrong with the pictures? The handles. I couldn't see the handles through the crack in my scarf. I had no peripheral vision. I didn't know I had an option to grip the walk tight to my butt. I get my cheeks going back and forth. First couple of feet down the hill's kind of fun. After that, physics takes over. With velocity, you develop a rotational factor. The whole world's a white blur flying by the crack in my scarf. Every few seconds, you see your parents pointing at you. I hit a bump, I get thrown off, snowsuit hits the ice, I'm gone. I went under a fence, ended up in a ditch. I'm just laying there. That's it. I'll just lay here and wait for the angels to come and take me away. Then you hear a sound off in the distance. Must be the angel's wings feverishly beating. It's the flying saucer catching up. Remember when you were a kid, you'd scream and no sound would come out? The only sound we tried to breathe, moose are coming out of the tree line. Life was simple when you were 7 years old. All you had to do to make something feel better was rub it. Hey, did you know that Dry Bar Comedy has their own app? Download it right now to watch, save, and share clips. And watch my whole special.